What's up, y'all? So I'm just getting back from the gym, and while I was in the gym, this video came across my, little YouTube suggested videos about Ninth Wonder and his take on sampling. And in this video, he sets the record straight. Let's get into it.
This whole sampling conversation about kids taking songs from the 2000s and using them for songs that are now, whether it be dead loops. What I mean by loop is, for people that don't know, just taking a song, cutting it off at a certain time and then going back to the beginning and you making it a new song or whatever it is, like, and people getting upset about it, whether it be producers or whether it be anybody. Like, hey, leave these kids alone, man. Because, and the reason why I say that is because we can't get mad at a kid from sampling something. If we're in 2024 and they sample something in 2005 or 2002 or 2001, we can't get mad at that kid for sampling that when we love a song called It Ain't Hard to Tell, released April 19th. Well, on the Illmatic was released April 19th, 1994. And it came from a song 12 years prior, Human Nature. Like, we had to choose when we choose to get mad. Like, it truly makes no sense how we down the fact on how we transferred information from generation to generation. If you know the history of our people, we've always transferred it by, quote unquote, word of mouth or through song. And sometimes it wasn't always on paper. It always wasn't written down. It was transferred so many different ways, whether it been through sampling, borrowing, whatever you want to call it. And that's how we get music from generation to generation. And if a kid wants to pick up a Fruity Loops or whatever he wants to, or she wants to pick up, or they want to take a record from 2004 and use it now, and this kid is 15 years old, and we as the older generation say, oh, that's such and such, or that's just, they just did whatever. Maybe that one kid, by using this one song, we can pick an artist. Maybe they sampled an Usher song, or maybe they sampled a Erykah Badu song, or maybe they sampled something from a Music Soul Child song. That one kid may be a vessel to their generation of kids to go back and listen to something because they used it. Everybody isn't raised the same. Everybody isn't brought up in these vast musical households. We can't get on kids for not knowing all of 90s hip hop or all of 90s R&B or all of 2000s R&B. Like, I got students in my class that's, born in 2004. Like, we can't get on these kids for not knowing, and we can't get on them to make them know everything. I think that's truly unfair to do that. Like, they got to know it all. They got to know everything we know. And we can easily say, well, they got the internet. Well, if I'm a 13-year-old, where do you start? If I'm 12 years old or 11 years old or 10 years old and I want to start listening to hip hop, where should I start? Some older people might say, oh, we need to start Rakim. Some people might say we need to start at Nas. Some people might say, well, you need to start at Lauryn Hill. That's still 30 years ago. That's almost 30 years of music that somebody needs to learn. And it's an abyss. I don't think we understand the abyss because we grew up with it in real time. We didn't have to go back and listen to hip hop. They're born where there's a catalog. They have to research. When we were born in the 70s, songs came as we lived. Songs came as we lived. So we didn't have to research it. We got it in real time, as opposed to an 11-year-old kid or a 15-year-old kid. They have to go back and listen to all this stuff. 5 Tribe albums, well, 6 Tribe albums, 5, 6 Outkast albums. Come on, man. Wu-Tang and its whole catalog. Tupac's whole catalog. Like, these are vast catalogs of music that we expect these kids to know. And that's not only hip hop, that's R&B too. So leave these kids alone, man. Leave these kids alone. Stop being the old person on the hill. Stop being the super hip hop dude or whatever, saying, yo, like, they need to know this and maybe they don't know. Man, that's fine. That's the greatness about turning people on to music. That's what it is. So if you old and you sitting there getting on the kid because you walk in and they done made a beat out of, I don't know, Confessions, maybe that kid, by using that, will give it to their friends, and then their friends is like, oh, this is a song from this album. And then they go and listen to the album, then they go research all of Usher's album just because it's one kid sampling. And guess what? That's what happened to me. That's what happened to Just Blaze. That's what happened to Kanye. That's what happened to everybody that we love. We heard a record, a hip hopper used.
I gotta pause that. That's very true. You know, people are going to base their creativity based on and off of the time frame that they live in. You know, so you can't expect for, like you said, you can't expect for somebody that was born in 2004, 2006 to know everything about hip hop, going all the way back to the early 80s and 70s and all that stuff like that. Their creativity is going to be centered around the things that they actually listen to. And to me, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. What do you think?
We got the record. We found out what the sample was, and we went and bought that whole catalog, whether it been Cal Jader, whether it been Ron Carter, whether it been The Main Ingredient, whether it been Curtis Mayfield. Our vessel was hip hop. So stop getting on these kids for using stuff that they don't know. Like, they might not, their parents might not have turned them on. Who knows? They don't know. They don't know where it came from. They don't know whatever. They like the feeling of it. They use it. And now this is a vessel for the next generation that we claim they don't know anything, for the next generation to learn about it, to go down the wormhole. Oh, this person has this many albums. Oh, I can get in this and it. And this is like a family tree of music that they're introduced because of one kid decided to sample a song we all thought was too famous.
Right.
Peace.
I agree. I agree with all of that. I mean, what do y'all think about that? Let's talk about this in the comments a little bit, because yeah, I mean, that's very, very true. You can't expect for somebody to have the same journey as somebody else who's been doing this for 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And things evolve with time. And with that evolution comes things like this, you know what I mean? Or whatever the situation might be. And so the like you said, the vessel for which people use to create, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I just wanted to watch that video and kind of pick your brain about those things. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you liked this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe, and tell somebody else about this channel. Because like I said in the last one, big things are coming. Stick with me. Just stick with me. All right, y'all. See you in the next one. Peace.